George Kilpatrick, inspiration for the nation, celebrating people we feel good about. We got an old friend on the program. My boy, my trainer, JT Houston, is in the house, and he's here to help everybody with their New Year's goals. Many of you are looking to lose weight. Straight up, straight up, straight up. That's what y'all want to do. And so here I invited JT Houston in to help us to do that, right? Now, weight loss, what do we want to call it? Healthy regimen, healthy lifestyle, whatever it is, many of us have that goal at the beginning of the year from January to February 1st. By February 1st, we were on to another thing because we found that we couldn't keep up with it, or we got frustrated, or we self-sabotaged. So we're gonna get into all of that in just a few moments, JT. But first of all, good to see you, brother. Happy New Year. I haven't seen you this year, so this is like for real. Happy New Year.
Happy
And
New Year.
let me start with the issue of COVID-19 and how you, as a trainer, were impacted, and as your business was impacted. I know we talked about this a little bit, but we're still in the midst of it. So, how have you been impacted by this?
Big time, man. It took, I think, the first most major piece, it took an emotional strain. I realized how the impact it had because I am, I'm a trainer second. I think I'm a giver of love first. So I survive off the amount of love that I'm able to give and receive in return. That actually makes my life better. So it took away what I normally would do, that interaction that I had that builds and relationships changed so much. So that affected me because I wasn't able to see my clients and my friends and that's my family unit. Um, as far as the financial, it was a strain because that's another part of my a major part of my income comes from personal training and group fitness. It was a nice little dent.
Yeah, yeah. That, and so, how did you manage through that?
Uh, the first phase it was okay, but how I was able to manage was shifting. The blessing that happened was that the weather changed, and what I was able to do, following the COVID standards, I just shifted everything outdoors, and it almost tripled business in a sense because I was able to work with people outdoors, and the weather was very good for us. Over the summer, um, and just saved a lot, saved literally everything throughout that, knowing that the winter was coming. So it's able, you're able to financially adjust during those times. So summertime, the weather and the support of multiple people help shift everything for business.
So I know you get a lot of messages about uh, where are you? Where are you? So, do you have a gym
Yeah.
now? What's the story?
No, I'm still actively looking for a gym. I know one thing is that I'm shifting kind of how I was doing things before. When I open my own space, it'll be more of a multi-use facility, so I don't have to deal with things being shut down. Essentially, like if it's a gym, there's a potential of a gym being shut down. So kind of shifting how business will be done moving forward when I open up a space instead of just titling it one thing. I'll be a multi-purpose space.
Yeah, and so we more to come because I'm sure you get a lot of questions about, hey, where are you? And what's interesting, if you follow social media, all of
Yeah.
the things that show up are things that we used to do, right? In the
Yeah.
gym or different things. So, how close are you to getting your new facility?
I've had two very like yes, yes, yes. We're ready to get going, and then we got a new wave, and
Hmm.
Cuomo shut everything down again. So
Yeah.
that changed everything.
Well,
So I'm really close, but really far at the same time because it depends on whatever New York State decides.
so let's talk about the topic at hand, losing weight again and resetting for a lot of people is the top goals of the new year. So what do people reach out to you most for when it comes to uh, what do they say? I want to lose weight, or I've been frustrated. What are they saying to you?
Uh, Most people say I want to tone up, and I'm starting to realize a lot of people don't really know what that means. They say I
Hmm.
don't want to lose weight, but I want to tone up. And also realizing the dynamic of what weight is anyway. Like you don't really say weight because you can lose muscle, you can lose fat at any time. But weight loss is a very deceptive thing. Like if I lose a bunch of muscle, that's not good for somebody like me. You want to maintain the muscle and lose body fat. So most of the questions I get about weight, but I know what people mean is I want to lose body fat,
Hmm.
which is what most of us be looking for.
Okay, so that's a technical question, right? So
Yeah.
if I came to you and I said I want to lose weight, or I want to lose so many pounds, which is how we
Yes.
think about it. You're
Yeah.
you're in class 201. I'm in class 101 right now.
Yeah.
I just want to lose 25 pounds. I think that's
Hmm.
actually my goal, isn't it? Or is it more than
30. It's
30
30.
pounds? Oh yeah,
I
right,
got a
right.
good memory. Good memory.
30 pounds, and our goal is for that to happen. And I've got a regimen. I'm in the gym. I do what I have a routine, although I'm starting a new routine. But I'm in the gym, and I
Okay.
do some things. But let's back up for that. So people say they want to tone up, they want to lose weight, they want to lose and so they reach out to you because they want to tone up, but they want to lose weight. So what are the keys to a
Hmm.
successful weight loss strategy? How can I have real success this time? Because most people, this is not their first rodeo when it comes to weight loss. So how do I have success this time from a trainer's perspective?
Uh, this time is just like last time is
All
gonna
right, all
gonna
right.
be like the next time, right?
Like what? Like
It's
what?
it doesn't change. I guess it always starts with nutrition, for me. And what does nutrition mean, right? Uh, More green leafy vegetables, a balanced diet, whole foods. And what does that mean, right? Whole foods, single ingredient foods. You don't want to eat anything with a bunch of ingredients in them. So more so like if I say a whole food chicken breast, and you eat the whole food, the green leafy vegetables, the kale, the spinach, the uh the avocado, the carrot, the apple. Those are whole food things. When we get into box, can, package, frozen, preserved products, those are not whole foods. And if we're eating more things that are prepared by somebody outside of your home, those are the things that'll lead to us gaining weight because there's high amounts of calories, high amounts of sodium, high amounts of cholesterol in things that are not whole food based. So if you get to eating more solid whole foods on a regular basis, then you'll see a lot of success eliminating those fast food items that taste so good and we're drawn to because they smell good and they make us feel good when we're quarantined in the house. Then we eliminate those things and get to a more whole food approach, then we'll see success. But if we keep dibbling and dabbling in the sweets, GK, which make us feel good while we're quarantined in the house, those things are highly
Let me tell
detrimental to our
you.
success.
So in this household, we've had the DoubleTree cookies, the rum cake, the banana
You
pudding.
said the double tree cookies?
So you know DoubleTree, the hotel, right? If you
Yeah.
go to the DoubleTree hotel and when you check in, they give you a hot baked cookie with nuts or whatever it
I
is.
got I got some questions, G.
Go ahead, go ahead. What's your questions?
How are we getting double tree cookies at our home though? Do they sell them
Because
separately?
no. Here's a good question. That's a great question. Thank you for asking
Yeah.
that. One of my daughters is the DoubleTree cookie queen. She
Okay.
makes them and there's a whole like process to doing them. So she makes them. And just so you know, they're like having a meal. Like like when I have one, I was like, okay, that's it, because it's like having a meal. They're
Mm-hmm.
huge, they're really huge. So
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
well,
Okay.
not what I, but no, dense. That's the word I'm gonna use. The dense. So DoubleTree cookie.
Okay.
Um, yeah, that's about it. So, but so sugar.
Okay.
So basically, eliminate. So here's what's tough for people, right? So you want
Okay.
them to not eat. Here's what people like:
Mm-hmm.
wings, pizza, fries, chicken wing. These kinds of things, uh,
Yeah.
and sugar from various sources. People like all that stuff,
Yes.
and
Tastes good.
so they taste good, right? And most of us, right, is what you're saying to me, can't handle that in moderation because we don't know, we haven't figured out what our body can tolerate. So what we end up doing
Yeah.
is overindulging, right, in those things,
Mm-hmm.
and they continue once we, and you can't stop either, right? So that's part of it. So
Yeah, it's
so
challenging. It becomes challenging.
and so what's more impactful, losing is it nutrition or exercise? Is it, or is that like chicken or the egg? Which is more important, to get your
Yeah.
diet right or to get your
Well,
exercise right? Talk to me, trainer.
all right. So, what's more important is always nutrition, first and foremost.
Nutrition is more important.
Because you can work your 1000%. I can not work out for the next 60 days, and if I eat the right way consistently, my body isn't going to change too drastically. I may lose some muscle mass. I may not look as aesthetic, but I could actually improve my body by eating the proper foods and still continue to lose body fat just from the foods I eat. However, on the flip side, I can't go eat what I want to, train my tail off, lift heavy weights, and think I'm going to see a sick because I'm eating what I want. That's this. It just doesn't balance out. You're going to be putting on excess amounts of body fat. Even if you look at prime example, if you look at power lifters, right? I know some power lifters personally. They don't have the best physique. George, you've seen them, right? They some of them walk around with big stomachs. They're strong, but they don't look aesthetic. They don't look like they're fit because they do have high amounts of body fat. They're actually in a health condition, but they're strong. So, and that's a prime example because a lot of them eat what they want. They eat for calories so they can be stronger, but they don't like you would want to look with you saying like dropping body fat. So that's why you can do one but not the other. Like I can get away with exercise. I mean, I can get away with eating clean and not exercising, but I can't get away with eating horribly and exercising and thinking my body's going to change.
So if somebody comes, we're talking JT Houston, H2 Fitness, he's a trainer. So when someone comes to
Mr.
you, and
Spread Love.
yeah, and Mr. Spread Love, you say that these are important things. So what are the biggest excuses as to why people fail in keeping their commitments to fitness and to nutrition? What are the excuses that you hear the most? And how do we overcome those excuses?
I'm going to flip it, G. I'm going to tell you what I say when I fall off, right?
Okay,
I'm,
good.
I'll say to myself, this I've been working hard or I had a
And I can
long
have this piece of the
day.
double tree cookie. Yeah, yeah.
I say this to these are the falsehoods, right? It's what I tell sometimes. I'm like, I can eat this pizza because I've been working out for 2 weeks straight. My body's starting to look better, and I can eat this whole pizza if I feel like. Still not
The
true,
whole
no matter
pizza.
how someone like the whole pizza,
Right.
because that's my two weaknesses. G, my two things are Twizzlers, cherry Twizzlers, by the way. So if anybody's buying me anything, it can't be regular Twizzlers and pizza. Like those
Hmm.
are my two things. That's it. There's no sweets, not a bunch of everything else. I got two things.
You don't have, those are
But
not
what I say
like
to myself,
those are your things that you could get tripped up on.
yeah. Those are the only things. I mean, it gets bad with the cherry Twizzlers too.
Right.
Eat a whole pack in a day, and I've
Hmm.
done it.
Hmm.
Because we're all human. None of us are perfect. There's not one trainer that's perfect. You'll see some when their physique is like in peak physique, you looking, and then you'll see some where you have fall off. To the regular person, they're like, oh, they still look good. I want to have that physique. But to the
Right.
trainer, we know, we kind of know. So those are some of the excuses. Like I've been working hard. I think I can do this, or I'm just gonna burn this off in the next week or so anyway.
Hmm.
Trainer mind.
Yeah.
Uh,
I was going to ask add one more thing. I'm going to start Monday.
Monday is the killer of all goals.
I'm going to start Monday.
Monday is the killer, G.
Yeah.
I've been hearing I'm gonna start Monday. For me, 14 years of personal training. I hear Monday from almost, I would say, 90% of the people I've worked with
I'm going to
tell me
start
the same
Monday.
thing.
They're
I'm gonna
going to
start
start.
Monday.
I'm going to start
It
Monday.
don't matter. I'm like, yeah, it's Tuesday now, right? That means you gotta wait until, and they'll be like, oh, I'm gonna start Monday. You know how many times I can think of a percentage that how many times they haven't actually started on Monday? I want to say 100% of the time they don't start on
They don't
Monday.
start on Monday. So if
No.
I'm gonna, so what other excuses do people give? What are some of the funniest excuses that you've gotten as to why people can't start right now? And I know one that you've told me, which is
Uh-huh.
I don't like to sweat.
Oh my, that's probably been the worst one. That's one of the worst. And I've been baffled. I've literally had people write me these long form messages in direct message and saying that I don't want to sweat. So give me some exercises that I can do that won't make me sweat. You know how unhealthy it is, number one, for your body to not sweat, right? Because you're supposed to.
Right,
So
right.
it's like a cleansing process for the body. Um, but you have to. That means you're not even taxing your body ever. I've heard the I don't want to mess my hair up. The
I just got my nails done.
Just got my nails done. And you know what? This sounds like bashing right now, G. So
Right,
we
it
got to
does.
be
It does.
careful
What are the fellas
because we're
saying?
talking about the fella. Yeah,
What are
yeah.
the fellas saying?
Oh man, the fellas normally, and the male ego says that I can do this on my own. I don't really need the trainer because I know what
Uh-huh.
to do. So what
Right.
I hear all the time is, well, I really know what to do, but I just need a little push. So I want
Okay.
you to.
Okay.
And then instead of me training them, they want to work out with me because it makes them feel better than me telling them what to do. They just want to work out with me because
Okay.
they see some guys working out with me. They're like, I just want to work out with you. I already know what to do, but I just need the motivation.
All right.
I've heard
So
it all.
you've heard it all. And and what's your struggle with maintaining a healthy routine? What gets in your way, if anything?
Uh, not on a normal basis. I think I have a pretty good handle on it, but only thing that gets in my way is like if I'm emotionally drained, that can get in the way because I'll actually go without eating. So
Hmm.
that's actually not healthy for all of you out there. Not eating is not a good solution. It actually won't help you lose weight. You actually be losing. You can lose muscle mass, which is horrible for the body. You could be because you're at a caloric deficit. So I can understand you dropping
Well,
on the scale, but
ex-
still not healthy.
except for if people like, and you've done this, if you're doing intermittent fasting. I know you've done that, and
Slightly different though. Yes.
that's a different strategy because you're still eating, you're just creating
Window.
a window. You're eating within a certain window. People don't know, for example, you might decide that all of the meals that you're going to have for the entire day are going to be happening within a certain period of time. Some people do it from 12 to 8 or 12 to 6 or even 12 to 4, right? Some people are serious, and that has helped a lot of people, and you're a fan of that, I guess.
Yes, 12. I've seen 12. I've seen 13-hour. I've seen 16-hour, and I've seen 24-hour fast, which has been weird. I still trying to. I've actually seen someone that did a 36-hour fast, and then
Hmm.
they'll do a 36, and then they'll do a 12, and then they'll
Right.
repeat that cycle.
Right.
I actually saw a lot of success in that. I can't say it's for everyone. I realized I had issues digesting certain foods. So what it did was create a window where it was an 8-hour eating window period, and I had all this other time to digest the food that I was eating, which a lot of us don't do. Break fast or breakfast is you breaking a fast, which means you've been fasted through the night. You should have been. But what we forget is our body needs to eliminate the food that we took in. And what happens when you eat, some people eat and then go to sleep. I've seen this, right? You ate that food and then you woke up in the morning and you ate more food. And in some cases, you didn't use the restroom to eliminate. I know it sounds gross, but you actually need to. Each meal needs to come out. It's not supposed to stay in. So what I learned with intermittent fasting, the reason why I started doing it is because I wanted to give my body time to actually digest the food that I was eating and eliminate the waste.
All right.
Your body, here's a one crazy fact is your body can hold 30 to 40 pounds of waste inside, which is super toxic for you.
Oh
I'm not
man.
that's I'm not even making real thing. And what happens is we get all those blockages and that waste seeps. into our body in many different ways. You see yellowing of the skin, the eyes, body odors, like all these things actually happen when you like, why is it, I'm putting on deodorant constantly and it feels like I'm like, well, there's toxins inside of your body that haven't come out. These are real things. I'm not just not some made up scenario. So when I was doing research on intermittent fasting, I found that those are the benefits to it, and I found the pitfalls of eating a regular traditional diet because we're not eliminating any of the waste.
All right, so let's get people started, right? So what's the best way to get
Okay.
started on a healthy regimen that you can be the healthiest person that you can be? Now, I'm a senior, as much as I
Hmm.
don't see it that way, but by years on the calendar, you know, I know your
Uh-huh.
boy is fly and he moves around and he does what he does, but I'm a senior for all intents and purposes by the
Yes.
calendar. So, you know, for people who are seniors, for people who are middle aged, for people who are young and spry, right? What's the best way? And I'll suggest to you this: the best way to get started and maintain a healthy regimen is to prepare yourself mentally that you're going to do it and stick to it. Because I think part of the challenge is actually sticking to it is what you want to be able to say, okay, I'm going to do this. So what's the best way to get started on a healthy regimen and then maintain it and then decide that my goal is if you need to lose 100 pounds, it starts with losing 5 first. So anyway, that's me pontificating. You tell me what's the best way. What's the best way?
No, you actually started off perfectly, but I'll dive into it and say it definitely starts with your mindset. You a healthy, happy mindset towards yourself. I'm talking about maintaining success, right? Loving yourself, and this is all spread love, right? Yourself first is the best step possible. I don't like. I've worked with clients where they go into us. I hate the way I look. I hate my this. I don't like this about myself, and my role as a trainer, which is why I tap into the social clients. Right, you need to love what you have currently, no matter how you look. Well, your size, your weight, any of those things. Loving where you are first, and then go into this routine of exercise and crazy, what seems like a crazy regimen. And if I have clients doing things that they're not used to, and they say I'm trying to kill them or whatever it is, right? But if you go into that hating yourself and everything you do is like hate, 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 hate. I don't like this. I don't like myself. It's not going to push you and motivate you. Positivity definitely keeps everybody going. So when you're positive about you're positive in your approach in your mind, and you get to a trainer that's going to help explore that and make that grow, see more success. I've seen it the other way where someone goes into it with a more negative mindset and like I just got to do this, and they don't really want to work out. We always see the fall offs. It
Yeah.
always happens because you're going into it with the wrong approach, and it's like going into a relationship. If I say I hate women, and then I'm going to a relationship trying to a relationship, but my mindset is I hate, 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 but I want success in this thing. It's never going to work.
Hmm. And so to maintain and get started, you first have to accept where you are, love and appreciate where you are right now. One thing that I'm horrible at,
Yes.
I'm back to being horrible about drinking my water again. But water is obviously a big,
Okay.
big thing for flushing out the toxins and also helping to lose weight, right? I mean, they even say cold water is good for a pound. they say
Yeah,
they
you have
they
to. And I'm learning more and more, G, that it's all about uh pushing and eliminating the things that we put in power. A major part of it. I should have started with what's more important. You said nutrition
or
or
exercise.
exercise. Water is
Right,
water
right.
first, then food. Not processing out. Coffee's not water.
Yeah.
Soda's not water.
A gallon of
Water's
food,
water.
a gallon. I'm assuming a gallon of water. A gallon of water if you can, or your body weight in water. That's what people. That's what the
No, half your body weight in ounces per day.
half your body weight in ounces for it. All right, so what walking, what are some things that people can do? Let's I got about 2
If
minutes. What
during quarantine,
right now, what can people do to get where they want to go right where they are? Because they can't, I mean, they could call you too, right? I mean, well, really not somewhat, maybe
they
they
can. A little bit online training. G, I'm working on the online training
all right,
profile.
but so there's that's coming. But in the meantime, what can they do to get in stay in shape? You and I belong to a gym. Our gym happens to be open, but for a lot of people, this or they're scared to go to the gym because they have feelings about with the people and how many people. Now the gym we go to, we're lucky because it's accessible, but and people come to work out. So that's the thing. But so what are some things that people can do right now?
I'm going to be and say stay home. And the only reason I say stay home because I know for sure if the gym closes, you still can do everything you need to do in home, which is why I'm working on developing some online workouts to do. But what I would say is all you need is the space you can stand on to create a better version of you. You don't you are the machine. If you can do a squat, a partial squat, if you can sit in a chair and stand up, if you can do a push-up, if you can do a jumping jack, if you can do a modified jumping jack, if you can box and punch the air, if you can dance and you love to dance, you can start to get active. My classes combine all of those things said, but now I'm figuring out ways to help people at home. But what you can do is you love to dance, you love to move, you love music, turn on the music, dance for 5 minutes at a time. Get yourself 60 minutes throughout the day. It's going to be the way for you to get going and create a happier mindset while you're doing that. You love music. Music makes us all feel good. It keeps us listen to music and get you moving and move around. Go on YouTube. There's free. I can guarantee there's millions of videos.
You even got
watch that video.
You got some videos. You've got some videos on YouTube.
Hello. Right on JT Houston. Just go on there.
JT Houston, find you on there. And if people want your personal training services, how do they get a hold of you?
They would email me at jhouston@gmail.
Or
that's jhouston T as in Tom.
Or T as in Tom at gmail.com. jhouston T as in Tom 5, right? jhouston T5 at gmail.com.
At Gmail.
Or they can just slide into your DMs or whatever they do.
Slide it. Listen. Let me look at the camera. Hold on, G. Let me look at the camera real quick. Listen, lady. If you're looking for some personal time, some personal training online, not in person, but you can inbox me. I am _JT Houston on Instagram. Also, JT Houston on Facebook if you want a good time exercising. So you can hit me up and we can talk the prices and I will help you get fit during COVID so you can come out of this successful, COVID-free, looking your best ever from home. I promise.
I got a flyer that says, if you want a good time, ... with you in a thirst trap picture, and then then on the bottom it says exercising. Hit me up. So when I see that meme, I'll know that you got it from me. All right, listen. We hope that you've got.
Wait, G, I got a special surprise for you before I go.
All right, what you got?
Make this for the people. Hold on. All right, it's actually like maybe 5 seconds. I've been thinking about you, right?
Okay, let's see what he's got. It's
gonna look similar to what you just saw.
Hold on, let me see what you got.
I just want to see if you notice anything. Let me sit back down. I just wanted to make sure that
you know what? This interview is over. For those of you on the radio, he put on some ratchet hat for some ratchet team out of a great city. He got the wrong hat on. And he,
The real New York team, G.
I'll have you know, by the way, that the real New York team, that is the New York Knicks, their record is better than the imposter team that with the hat. So he has a Brooklyn Nets hat on, folks. And if anybody knows me, they know that I am a diehard Knick fan, like straight up, straight up. And so he has the blasphemy to put on this Brooklyn Nets hat on this radio interview. So we're gonna just end this interview right now and say thank you to JT Houston. Hit him up, J Houston T5 on all social media platforms. Holla at him, and we will talk to you soon. Inspiration for the nation. Let's get fit, y'all. 2020, spread love, inspiration for the nation.
Love you, G.
JT Houston.